Good evening. This is Reading for Charity again. This is the fourth review of the night, trying to get through all of these books. This one is Mount by Jilly Cooper. From the absolute sublime to the ridiculous. This book is everything that The Book Thief isn't. Completely and utterly. This is a wonderful, leave your brain at the door, popcorn soap opera of a book. I genuinely really enjoyed reading it. Given how apathetic I was about actually picking up another book for a while, I thought I was going to go for something that maybe wasn't great, maybe wasn't fantastic, but I could just not have to put too much effort into reading. And this felt like something I wouldn't have to put too much effort into reading. I didn't at all. It reminded me very much of those old early 90s, of the early 90s kind of soap operas like El Dorado. You know, El Dorado was the one that particularly came to mind because it's, you know, the plots are, you know, paper thin and completely see-through. Everyone's interested in just getting laid, and there's absolutely no rhyme nor reason to anything. Everyone is carrying the idiot ball, and it's glorious. I don't know how much to say about the book. All the characters in this are hilarious in that they're all, regardless of their age, they're all massively attractive. They're all completely horny 100% of the time. They're all willing to drop anything that they're doing at any particular moment if there's even the remote possibility that they'll get their end away. All the plots are related basically to trying to bed somebody. It's hilarious, the book. It's genuinely hilarious. It's the complete antithesis of the worthy, serious novel that so many of the ones I've read are. You know, and you know, the next two I'm going to be doing are Ulysses and War and Peace. So, you know, there's big and worthy right there. This was the antithesis of it all, and I really enjoyed it. It was exactly what I needed. It was a complete and total palate cleanser. It was super silly, and whereas I was kind of like, oh god, someone's put Jilly Cooper on it. This is going to be completely ridiculous. The idea I had in my head was kind of the old, the Mills and Boon kind of romance novels that my grandmother used to read, and she had a massive stack of them in a wardrobe in my bedroom, and she absolutely adored them, and they were leafed through one a couple of times going out, Mills and Boon, let's have a little look and see, and they were terrible novels. I mean, absolutely terrible novels, the very definition of bodice rippers, and I expected something similar from Mount. And to a certain extent it was. I mean, it's bodice rippers are bodice rippers for a reason, but it's the coyness in which it's done. It's different from something like Kushiel's Dart, which is very cold and clinical in the way it handles sexuality. Everyone is very... Even the lustful side of sex in Kushiel's Dart is very clinical. In this, it's joyous. Everyone is really, really happy to be alive, to be, you know, engaging in carnal behaviour with everyone else. It's a truly fun book to read. Well, I say little. I mean, none of the text is particularly small. It's quite large text book. You know, it's a little bit hard to see. You know, we're not talking screeds and screeds and screeds of stuff here. Despite the fact it's, 600 pages? 610 pages. You know, with a vague plot towards horse breeding. That's not important. That's about as important as plot is to your average porno. Everything else in this it's about the little subplots. It's about the little, you know, the stealing of documents to try and blackmail other people into bed. You know, it's all those little things that make this book absolutely joyous to read. It's not it's not a brilliantly written novel. The characters are all very one-dimensional. But if you're reading Mills and Boon, if you're reading Jilly Cooper, you're not reading it for you're not reading it because it's James Joyce. You're reading it because it's a silly little book that's fun, and it definitely succeeds on that front. I genuinely, actually, surprisingly enjoyed this book. Way more than I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be another 50 Shades of Grey kind of situation, and it wasn't. It was really quite ridiculously fun. The who's the best character? I can't remember her name. My favorite one was the stable girl. I can't remember her name. Bethany, was that the one? I think it might have been Bethany. Yeah, it was. She was hilarious. She was the best one. The raunchy stable girl who basically just existed to bed everybody. And from what I've heard about a lot of these kind of posh upper class stables, it's not actually as far away from real life as you might think. And you kind of, it's how the other half live, I suppose. You're massively rich, you're in a horse stable, and there's lots of young fillies wandering around. Then yeah, okay, why not? But as a book, I really enjoyed this. Should you read this book? Should you read Mount by Jilly Cooper? My official answer to that is yes. Go away and read it. Leave your brain at the door. Take your brain out, put it down, open it up, start reading, and it is the fluffiest, lightest guff that you will absolutely love and be disgusted at yourself for loving, because it was really enjoyable. It was everything I needed a book to be after The Book Thief. Completely 100%. So yes, please go away, read it. I'm fairly sure you can pick it up for pennies. I picked it up for pennies online. You can probably pick it up out of any charity bookshop. I'm guessing Jilly Coopers are relatively easy to get hold of. But it's it's a silly, fluffy book. Go away and read it. If you like books, go away and read it. I genuinely don't think you'll be disappointed. If you like worthy books and serious books and hard-hitting books, don't go anywhere near it. Not for you. But it was just what I needed. It was a total palate cleanser. Okay. I don't think there's much else to say about Mount. It's a silly book. But, it is what it is. Next, I'm going to talk about Ulysses. Next. This is going to be a relatively quick one as well, because... yeah. So, again, 20 seconds. Switch the streams. Switch OBS. Be back in 20 seconds. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening.